Hello my fellow YouTubers. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make an Xcode File Template. To give you an example, let's click Xcode, Command New. Now in here you can see that there is Cocoa, C++, user interface, core data, resource, other, and you've got in other you got empty, you got your shell script, which just makes a sh. You know, for anyone who likes other things, like for certain reasons, whenever I'm scripting, I really like to use a .tool. It doesn't have that. Well, as you can see, there is another section here under my name. That's my name there. With tool script right there that I had previously created. Now I'm going to make a Python template to show you how to do this. I haven't really learned Python yet, so if you know Python, you might notice something wrong with comments that I put in. So yeah, I haven't even began to learn Python yet. That's actually why I'm making this. I decided to make this video before I make my Python template, just to show how to make these templates. So anybody who knows Python, don't call me an idiot in the comments or anything. I will edit this as needed later to make it correct. I just want to make this video before I even make the template so I can show all of you how to do it. Anyone who would like to be shown. So the first thing we will do is we will make sure that Finder is active. Command N, and we will get a new Finder. You can do this as many times as you want, so you don't have to go down to Finder and then open as new and go through all that crap. This works really good. Applications, now you want to secondary click on Xcode, usually a right click for most mice, however you say that for the computer mouse, and you show package contents. Contents, developer, library, Xcode, templates, as you would think, and file templates. And here we are, everything we saw. There's my little file, and here's my tool. So what I usually do is I go to other, and being that it's just going to be a very simple one, I like to use the shell. Command copy, go right out here into the desktop, and Command V, put it in there. Now I will go out of other and have mine ready. Now we need to edit this folder. First thing we do is we go inside. We will edit this here. We will edit with text. We will, whatever we edit with. How will we edit it with Xcode? Okay, now we will change this to bin. Now I do not remember where this is. It is in, I believe it's in bin, let's see, user, maybe, like Perl. I don't think it was in the same place Perl was. Wherever it was, I know it's not there, but I'll just type that anyway. Just no, that's not where it is. I'm just doing this as an example. You want a different layout than this. You can do whatever you want. I will open mine. Let's see here. Highlight this so I can get everything exactly the same. There we go. Now, there you go. File name, created by, my name, date created, date, last updated, everything I like to have in there. And then this is wrong. Remember that. This is wrong. I will figure out what it is later after I make the video and correct it. So do not copy that. Now, we go back down to the one that I am editing, and I believe I closed one I needed. I will go back in there anyway. This is .sh. I am pretty sure we want this as .py. That worked for the .tool. Use .py. Worked as the .tool. The .shell, .sh was shell. So I figured .tool would be .tool, and it worked. So .python should probably work. We will see later. Now we see this ICNS. Click Enter. Shift, select everything, copy. We go here to Python, TIFF, which is our little guy. Paste, enter, use ICNS, and there you go. Now you just take this guy that says .python. It probably would have been better actually if I had made one that showed up some code. Maybe I'll do that later, but it doesn't matter. Slide him over here, replace, and there he is. That is what's going to show up now. Now let's launch this info thing. Okay, let's go through this slowly and make sure everything is correct. An empty shell script file. Is Python technically a script? I think it is because it uses an interpreter, so I'll go ahead and keep script. Let's do an empty Python script. File name .sh, that is wrong. We will need to change that to py. This stays the same. This kind stays the same. So summary, that's just gonna, you don't even need to change that. You just change it so it looks right. Main template file, change that to .py. Kind, don't touch it. Description, once again, you don't really technically have to, but if you don't change it when you're in the menu, it's gonna say shell script. So an empty Python script file should work fine. Default name. See, and the default name is script. My last default name was bash since my .tool, since I designed it to be written in the bash language. So I'll just name this Python because it's written in the Python language. So now, by default, if you don't click anything, don't rename it, when it pops up with a new and you say yes, I want that one, it'll say Python, and when you say yes without changing anything, it'll make it Python py. That's what this does. So we'll save it, and that should be exactly what we need. Now what we do is we open new once again, applications, go back in here because I X'd out of it, go back in there, contents, developer, library, Xcode, templates, file templates, into whatever one you want it in. I'm sure it'll work putting it in other or one of the others. Fine. By the way, before I forget, see this says shell script. Change that to Python script. Press enter. There we go. Now you just slide that in. And there it is. In my experience, normally what you have to do is you have to OK it by putting in your code. It must allow it the second time without putting in your code. That's interesting that it just let it go right in. I was expecting a code. But normally it goes in and it has to, it says, are you sure you want to do this? You put in your administrator code and say yes, and then it'll go in. Don't know why it didn't do it that time. But here I am in Xcode. There it is. It's inside of Xcode. So launch Xcode. New. Keep forgetting I have to do that. And there it is, Python script, looking exactly the way it should look inside of Berica. Click on it. Next. There it is, Python by default. I will name it something different. My Python script. But leave it no dot anything, because dot something will change it. There it is, my Python script.py. You go up here, I believe it's an editor, syntax coloring, and you will see default for file and Python is automatically selected because the fact that it is .py. It's that simple. Just like Apple, they always want to just do everything for you. That's why a lot of people don't like to use Xcode, because they don't want Apple to do everything for them. So, there it is. Very simple, very easy, and this is wrong. This first line to tell you that it's a Python is wrong. It might not even be Python, it might be PY, I'm not sure. Like I said, I've looked very little into Python so far. I just saw what that was supposed to be and I've forgotten what it is. So, first line is wrong. Don't forget that.